Marriage as we do it today is not marriage anymore. I cannot fault men for being cautious. Some men just aren't going to get married because the laws are too favorable to women.
Men have stopped caring and have left women on their own. We've got a good video for you here today from Circle of Kings. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in, and let's get into it.
You listed all these things as how you want traditional treatment, but I went around the entire table and a lot of the women here had difficulty articulating what your end of the bargain is, what you're supposed to be bringing in a more traditional courtship, let's say. You don't even know what you got to do on your end of the bargain. And I see this all the time on the show, on dating apps. Women will talk endlessly about all the things they want in a guy, from looks to personality to money. Yet, what are you bringing to the table to deserve that sort of thing?
Modern women refuse to talk about what they offer because a lot of them don't actually offer anything whatsoever. If they told men what they actually offered, no man would ever want them.
And you need to ask yourself, does the guy that you want you? You want that traditional treatment. Are you moving through the world in such a way that is deserving of being able to secure that type of guy? Because if you want a good man who looks a certain way, who's attractive, has a certain status, makes good money, it's not about what you want. It's about what does he want?
If you're a man or a woman and you're thinking about marriage and you're like, what am I going to get out of it? What am I going to get out of it? What am I going to get out of it? And that's kind of the preoccupation. Then I would say, yeah, maybe you shouldn't get married.
Marriage is completely pointless nowadays. Men have far too much to lose, and modern women are so broken that they will never be happy, even if they get the wedding and the husband of their dreams. It's all just a big scam designed to steal a man's money.
Because if you go into marriage, either as a man or a woman, and it's all about what am I going to get out of this, then I think you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I think that's easy to say when you're the woman and you accumulate pretty much no risk in marriage. I think that's easy to say when you are the beneficiary.
Well, isn't that your point? Isn't part of your point, though, that men should, it sounds like your point is that men shouldn't get married because they don't get enough out of it, right?
I'd say it's a bad deal. Like if you want the babies that you say you want, are like, more people having kids, they're a gift, yada, yada. Well, then maybe conservatives should try to have a better answer for this question.
A man has every right to ask what he's getting out of a marriage. If he's the one who's expected to provide the home, the income, he's also expected to cook and clean and take care of the children, then he should know why he should get such a bum deal. But modern women think asking that is selfish.
This is to men that what attention is to women.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so would you argue that we cheat on men by having open Instagram accounts while in a relationship?
Wait.
I said, is sex to men what attention is to women? You all said yes. Please don't change it now. Could we argue that we cheat by having open Instagram accounts while in a relationship?
No.
Posting first try,
Wow. You can
having the men like all the pictures.
They were totally caught off guard by that question. They want to be able to keep their social media accounts and justify how important it is, while also craving validation from strange men on the internet. Because when it comes to social media, for them, it's always different.
You're 28 years old. You got with a guy that might have not been the best guy back when you were 21.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting older. You've seen the dating marketplace, and you realize that there's nothing out there for you and your son. So you're trying to make it work now. But when you had that FOMO 6 years ago, you didn't have that mindset. You thought you could do better. You thought, I'm going to go find another guy, etc. It didn't pan out for you.
When modern women were in their prime, they treated men as if they were casino chips, just gambling them away and thinking that they could do better. But ask anyone who gambles, the house always wins, and these women had to learn the bitter truth of the hard way.
Because here's the difference between men and women. You guys leave relationships thinking you can do better. 9 out of 10 times. Women only leave if they know they can monkey branch to something better. And you thought you could do something better. But now you're realizing you can't. 28 years old, if 50 phase is coming around, still not married, get out of wedlock, he's getting older, men don't want to come in and take care of your fucking kid. You're waking up, right?
There is no real reason why a man should ever get with a single mother. He's under no obligation to take care of another man's child, especially when that woman can leave at any time and reap the benefits of work whenever she's feeling a little unhappy in the relationship.
Social media is out to destroy men. It's no secret that men are visual creatures. And honestly, I see no problem with that. But the algorithms exploit this as a weakness to keep you on their platforms as long as possible. By only filling in your following tab with IG models, you're feeding into the exact system that's making men weak today. My guys, there's nothing wrong with having primal physical attraction to women, but use that primal desire to attract real girls in real life, to become the man that won't accept a girl at face value, and the man that women need to better themselves for. You have the ability to change your own algorithm, so engage with content that will actually serve you. Because at the end of the day, your presence on this earth is to fuel the betterment of society.
If a man is going to put in the work to improve himself, he's not going to do it for a modern woman or for some woman on Instagram. Above all, a man should honestly do it because he wants to improve his life, not so that he becomes more attractive to women, because we all know, guys, some of these women, in fact, most of these modern day women, are not even worth getting out of bed for.
Every man that I've ever been with has treated me like a princess. And when they didn't, I looked at them like, what's happening right now? I don't get it. I know I don't like it. So I'm going to go. You know what I mean? Anything I asked for, any expectation I had, I was just like, this is how it's always happened for me. So why wouldn't it happen now? Unless you're different from everything that I've ever experienced.
She has the attitude of a spoiled child. She just expects the men in her life to give her everything her heart desires without providing anything else in return. This is why she's talking about these men in the past tense. They got sick of her and moved on.
And if you're different from everything I've ever experienced, then either you're not a good fit, or I'm obviously too good for you, or I just need to hurry up and get to the next guy who's going to give me what I've always been given.
You never see a woman in a long-term committed relationship give this type of advice. Because let's be honest, the women that demand princess treatment are never the ones that reciprocate that same energy. And they leave the second the man makes a mistake.
Princess treatment is just a buzzword that modern women made up to show off how entitled they are. The worst part is that they expect this kind of behavior from men, as if men have nothing better to do with their time and money than waste both of those things on a woman who doesn't even like him in the first place.
If you didn't know, I'm a sex worker. I do OnlyFans for a living. And I just moved to a new state, so I'm trying to find a place to live. And yesterday, I went to go look at this house, and the guy was like, "Oh, what do you do for work?" And I was like, "Oh, I do social media." And he was like, "That's so cool," and started asking me a bunch of questions about it, like, "Oh, do you do brand deals?" I was like, "Yeah, I do brand deals." But after a while, I had to be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I don't like talking about my work." He was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Can I ask why?" And I'm like, "Well, it's because I actually do OnlyFans."
If my daughter ever came to me and said that she was doing OnlyFans, I would disown her directly. That's how much I hate these. For $25.99, anyone can dip a peek under there.
It's weird how women like this think that creating OF content is nothing to be ashamed of, but then they turn around and try to hide it from the people when asked. You would think that if it's nothing to be ashamed of, she would have no problem disclosing that to her potential landlord or a relationship or whatever.
Generally, this is the attitude when it comes to guys who earn less than 100K. And it's to do with social media, and it's to do with the male influencers as well, who promote having to have, $100 million just to get by. And it's just not the reality of things. Most men are out there working extremely hard, contributing to society and building things. I'm very lucky in the sense that I actually get to have a YouTube channel where I can earn a lot of money.
Okay,
if my
well,
YouTube channel,
then what do you do?
if my YouTube channel goes away tomorrow like that, people will watch some other shit. It doesn't even matter.
The weird part is how you have all of these quote-unquote rich influencers that are just showing off their toys and acting like it's supposed to be a normal way of living. It brainwashes these women into thinking that's how normal men are supposed to be.
But these guys, if they stop building the structure tomorrow, all of a sudden we've got half-built structures everywhere. All of a sudden you can't flush your toilet. All of a sudden you can't have electricity. And all of a sudden we can't have protection from the police. These are the people who literally build the world around you. And it's just like, I absolutely detest that notion of people laughing at people who work with their hands.
It really is a shame how modern women will quickly judge any man who works with his hands as being deemed as beneath them. It doesn't matter if they make good money and are contributing something to the world. All that matters is her feelings at the end of the day.
People don't tell women the truth these days. Men get told the truth all the time. Women have no problem telling a man, I don't want an average man. It happens every day on my show. TLC said they don't want no scrubs, and we have no problem telling average men, you ain't crap. But if I just happen to have the nerve to agree with the woman that says she's average, then I'm Satan.
The double standards of modern women are crazy. They feel like they have the pass to relentlessly judge a man for any reason they can think of. They gatekeep anything they choose and act like we're not allowed to have a say in anything. It makes no sense.
Instagram or a long-term boyfriend? Pick one. Okay, let's see.
Instagram.
Okay.
What?
Instagram?
She didn't
Okay.
have to think about it.
Instagram? Okay.
Oh, Judean's getting red pill right now.
Okay. What about you?
Probably Instagram.
Detroit.
That probably already knew, but Instagram.
What the
I would say Instagram. I haven't met or found a man yet that can give me what Instagram has given. So
Whoa!
Instagram.
Yeah, this is why this show is necessary. Do you see how all these girls are in a relationship with Instagram instead of a real man? They're addicted to attention instead of love.
Actually, yeah. And we wonder why divorce rates are skyrocketing and marriage rates are declining and men are overwhelmingly depressed. It's because of things like this. Somebody replied and said, who raised y'all? The internet? Somebody else said, it's fine, boys. They're weeding out the girls from the women for us. Girls love attention. Women value love. That's wholesome. It's also very real.
It's sad how these women think that Instagram provides them with all of the things they need that a man can't, which means she wants likes, follows, and views more than she actually wants to be in a healthy relationship, which isn't that surprising thanks to their addiction to attention. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.